For the home opener in Las Vegas, the Raiders play a team that's won 7 times in their past 8 matchups. It's the Dolphins taking on the Silver and Black. Next on EA Sports.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 23 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Uses the stiff arm. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big hitter there. A first gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Come on, bring it, baby,
and
bring
all
it.
the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 88 yards. yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. Room past the 20, and he's out right at the 25. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
The rushing numbers for Gaskin last week, 24 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the...
This is intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Counter play with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jason Strobridge able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. He just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Yeah,
now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up in the Mile High City, an AFC matchup between New York and Denver. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Teddy Bridgewater with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Sony Michel, a touchdown run in the victory. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Grant sets to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Gaskin again on second down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech, who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Tua on 4th down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3 yards remain for second down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Another example right there of why quarterbacks get nervous when Yannick Ngakoue is getting ready to rush them. 37.5 sacks in 4 seasons at Jacksonville. But last year, he split time between Minnesota and Baltimore and put together 8 sacks. Then he signed with the Raiders back in March.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. On play action, now Carr. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. Room to run for Gaskin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Another run with Gaskin. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And they'll run here with Carter. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out left to Shaheen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Tua. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So Carr and the Raiders now down by 9, 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr now on first down. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing his Carr. Gets this to Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Carr to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Going to give this time to the tailback. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.